Yeah, what is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz Game, and bringing you the next matchup of the Fighter Pass tournament. So, if you're new and you're wondering what this is, it's a tournament where I took 32 characters that are not represented in Smash Bros. In any way. So, they're characters that have the potential to be DLC for Smash Ultimate. And then it's a tournament form. So, basically, if the way we vote. And it's a tournament. We vote for who we'd rather see in that matchup for the day by simply typing their name down on the comment. And today's matchup, you can see by the title of the video, at the very end in parentheses, you see who's facing each other. But I could just tell you right now as well, it's Crash Bandicoot taking on Sub-Zero from the Mortal Kombat series. And I'll get into that matchup in just a second. So, again, the rules. One vote per person. Vote down in the comments. You can either vote for Crash, you can either vote for Sub-Zero, or if you absolutely want both, you can vote for both down in the comments. So voting stays open for 1 week just to keep the tournament rolling. And then if there's ever a tie in the voting, I'll flip a coin on camera, break the tie that way. So much easier to do. So I guess, I said voting stays open for 1 week, so we got to go back a week to last week's matchup, which was Dante from the Devil May Cry series taking on Raiden, also from the Mortal Kombat series, so a lot of Mortal Kombat today. So this one surprised me. I thought it was going to go one way. I really thought Dante was going to win. I'll be honest. His name pops up way more than Raiden does, but Raiden ended up winning 28 votes to 18, so Dante got eliminated. I'm surprised at that. I mean, I voted Raiden. I'm not a fan of Dante at all, but I honestly expected Dante to win. Didn't happen, so congrats to Raiden, I guess. You get to move on for at least one more match, but yeah, so I guess... yeah, that's it for the results. So we'll jump to the matchup. Like I said, it is Crash Bandicoot taking on Sub-Zero. Let's see how this plays out. So, Crash Bandicoot, longtime PlayStation character, turned into, well, more recently. I mean, he was a third-party kind of character, even back in was it early 2000s once that kind of happened, because he had at least one game on the GameCube that I'm aware of. So he's had games on multiple platforms other than PlayStation. The Insane Trilogy that came out in 2017, which sold very well. And then we just had the Crash Team Racing remake announced at the Game Awards. That's coming out, I believe, later in this year in 2019. So Crash is back, and he's in everybody's face again, and it's great to see a gaming legend, a gaming icon such as Crash back in everybody's everybody's view. They can see this character, and for the people that didn't get to play the Crash games, when they first came out back on the older PlayStation consoles, Insane Trilogy was a great way to do so. Like myself, I didn't get to play Crash because I grew up on Nintendo, so Insane Trilogy came out, and I was like, boom, let me buy that. I picked it up and played it. But Crash had a rough period after the PlayStation exclusivity kind of ran out, and I guess once he went third party, he just kind of started, I don't know, kind of, falling a little bit, because he was up there. Like, it was like the gaming legends back then. I mean, he's still a legend, but back then it was kind of like Mario and Crash and Link and Pikachu, like, Spyro. Those were like the big characters. And then Crash kind of went multi-plat and kind of just started falling. I mean, he went some weird routes. Went in the Skylanders thing that, no, don't ever do that again. Next picture. But, he's always been a character that was around. I mean, he kind of went on hiatus for a little while, like, nothing, no games, no remakes, no nothing. And then, of course, like I said, we got the Insane Trilogy, the remake, so that was extremely awesome to see. And once that happened, everyone's like, hey, Crash would be great for Smash Bros, right? Let's get Crash into Smash, and I'm totally on board with that. Crash definitely has the feel and the vibe of a Smash Bros kind of style game. He fits in. Maybe it's the cartoonish kind of character that he is. I just think he fits very well. He's got a lot of iconic, he's got stages, what is it, the Wumpu Wahoo, whatever the island is called. He's got a lot of different, iconic kind of stages that you can take and put into make a stage into Smash. You could take some of those crates, like the TNT, or something to do with the apple. There's a lot of stuff you can do to put into Crash's stage, which would be awesome. Plus, there's a lot of good music. So he's kind of got everything checked. He's definitely a character people like, know, and would buy. He's got stages, to pick out like galore. Could do something with Cortex and maybe something like that for a stage. I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling about whatever, but Crash has so many possibilities. Well, I guess music and stage wise, even kind of moveset wise. I mean, there's a lot going for Crash. He's back in the fold. Everyone's talking about him again. He's back in good. It sounds weird. I don't want to say he's back in good graces, because he was never in really bad graces. He's just kind of like, all right, I'm gonna take a step back and see what happens, and then come back full force. So Crash is back. Love it. We'll love to see him in Smash Bros. Absolutely. So yeah, we'll just see how I guess he kind of fares against his opponent. But come on, how cool would it be to see Crash in Smash Bros? Right? You finally get to be Crash against Mario. That would be. It's kind of in a way, it's kind of like Nintendo versus PlayStation. That'd be really cool. Really cool. Just as a gaming fan, I mean, even if Crash might not be on your list of most wanted, I don't think you can really argue. Crash would just make a great addition to the roster. Honestly, he would. My opinion, I guess, but feel free to let me know what you guys think. Anyway, his opponent, Sub-Zero. Now, Sub-Zero from the Mortal Kombat series, fighting series, very popular, been around since. What was it? The late 80s, maybe early 90s or so. It's been around for a long time. Mortal Kombat 11 is coming out in April. That should be fun. I'm picking that game up. Love Mortal Kombat. But we have 3 Mortal Kombat reps in this tournament. We had Scorpion. We just had Raiden, who, again, I'm surprised beat Dante, honestly. And now we have Sub-Zero. And I believe Scorpion... is Scorpion coming? Yeah, because Scorpion faced Raiden in the first round. So Scorpion's got a match coming up in the next day or two or something like that. And but let's get back to Sub-Zero. So Sub-Zero moveset's already there. It's from a fighting game after all. Easy to incorporate. Again, yeah, M-rated kind of game. He's the broken bones, the blood, the gore, the intense nature kind of Mortal Kombat. Definitely does not fit Smash Bros. But you can dial it back. You can give Sub-Zero pretty much like a Sub-Zero moveset. You can do a lot with punches and kicks. You can do a lot with the ice and the freezing and all that kind of stuff. You could do some really cool stuff. Throw maybe ice daggers, ice balls. Maybe you could freeze an opponent. Kind of like a sort of like a stun effect for a second or two, whatever it might be. I just think there's a lot you can do with Sub-Zero. Again, he's very popular from a series. Again, not rep in Smash Bros. As of yet. If Mortal Kombat gets in, it'd also be kind of cool to see. I think I just bumped my desk. Oops. But it'd be kind of cool to actually see like Street Fighter against Mortal Kombat. So you could do like Ryu against Sub-Zero, say. It'd be really cool. Or if Scorpion or Raiden or somebody from Mortal Kombat ended up getting in, it'd kind of be cool to do Street Fighter against Mortal Kombat. But in terms of Sub-Zero and Mortal Kombat, I mean, you can't argue Mortal Kombat doesn't sell. I mean, like Mortal Kombat 10 when that came out, what, 4 years ago, something like that? Wow, has it been that long? Whenever that came out, that was like the fastest and best-selling game of the franchise to date. And now Mortal Kombat 11's coming out, and that will probably be up there as well, if not maybe surpassing MKX. I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff from Mortal Kombat. People know the series. People know the characters. And, just to see that crossover, kind of see how he fits into Smash Bros. Again, he's kind of a character that might stand out, doesn't quite fit as well as a character such as Crash or Spyro or somebody like that would fit into Smash Bros. But he's definitely got to be a possibility, right? Nintendo's trying to reach out to different sort of genres and that stuff. So is it possible to go towards that maybe an M-rated sort of character and bring them in and kind of tweak them a bit to make them feel a bit more smashy? It's a possibility for sure. Yeah. a very decent possibility. So I'm just gonna go to the voting. So this one's easy for me. It would be for me. It'd be cool to see a Mortal Kombat character, but in this matchup, I don't care what Mortal Kombat character you say. My vote is gonna be Crash. Crash is at the towards the top of my list personally for who I want to see get into Smash Bros as a playable character. So Crash gets my vote hands down. Pretty simple and pretty easy in this one for me at least. So I guess that is going to be it for this one. Again, you get one vote down in the comments, either Crash Bandicoot, Sub-Zero, or if you absolutely think both these characters would be great additions, and I do, but Crash is just far ahead of Sub-Zero at this point. So yeah, Crash, Sub-Zero, or if you really want, you can vote both. So sneak peek for tomorrow, the matchup is going to be Doom Guy taking on Phoenix Wright. Oh, excuse me. So that should be an interesting one. See how Doom Guy and Phoenix Wright fare. And then we'll get the results for Last Dragonborn taking on Lara Croft. So we'll see how that plays out as well. But I guess that is pretty much going to be it for this one. There's Scorpion. I knew Scorpion was coming up in a couple days. He'll be on Saturday. Taking on Sora. Good luck, Scorpion. But anyway, that is going to be it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed as usual. Hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.